I ate 48 level 3 sparkling power sandwiches and spent a total of 24 hours shiny hunting. I couldn't believe how many we found. So I started off the journey at the Inlet Grotto looking for a shiny Honda, and we did manage to see our first shiny of the run with about 16 minutes left on our first sandwich. So we quickly caught that, had a look for a second, but it wasn't meant to be. From there, we headed to the Poco Path, looking for a shiny Pawmi, and we did see our first one, this time with about 18 minutes left on our timer, leaving us with plenty of time to have a look for a second or third. So we continued looking. We did manage to find the second one with about 10 minutes left on the timer, giving us plenty of time to look for a third, although that wasn't meant to be, as we ran into a shiny Lechonk just as our timer was ending, leaving us with 3 shinies in our second sandwich, 4 in total. From there, for our third sandwich, we headed to South Province Area 1, looking for a shiny Zangoose. This one was a bit awkward as not too many were spawning, and again it was shared, so you run into all sorts of stuff you didn't want. But with about a minute and 30 seconds left, we found it. For our fourth sandwich, we decided to stay in the same area and drop a fighting sandwich and look for a shiny Mankey. Here we found our first one with about 21 minutes left, leaving us with plenty of time to hopefully get a second or third. And I'm glad to say we did get a second with about 7 minutes left, leaving us with a fair chunk of time to hunt for a third, although we couldn't quite find it. So for our fifth sandwich, again we stayed in the same place, ate a grass sandwich and tried to find a white goat. This was the first one where I thought we weren't going to get a shiny, as with about a minute left we did finally see one. So we quickly caught that, which left us again with about a minute left to look for a second one to complete the line, and with 30 seconds left we finally saw it, leaving us with 9 Pokemon from 5 sandwich, which isn't all that bad. For the 6th sandwich we did decide to move this time, and it was to South Province Area 4, looking for a little shiny Goomy. About halfway through the sandwich we did manage to see the gold little dragon, so we quickly caught that, and that was the only one from the 6th sandwich, leaving us with 10 shinies from 10 sandwiches. For our 7th sandwich we were looking for a shiny Rockruff, and with about 10 minutes to go we finally went into battle, and as we were in battle I noticed what I thought to be a second shiny in the background, so we quickly caught the first one before heading out to see if my suspicions were correct. And lo and behold, they were correct, and we had a second one straight away. So we quickly caught that. We continued looking for a third one so we could get the full line of the night form, day form, as well as a Rockruff. And we did manage to find one with roughly about 3 minutes left, so we quickly caught that, leading to 3 shinies from our 7th sandwich, with a total of 13 from 7. For our 8th sandwich, we're headed to South Province Area 3. Here we're looking for a shiny Cloth, and again like the Zangoose, wasn't looking forward to this one as not too many were spawning. But we did get lucky, as with about 16 minutes left we got it. So we quickly caught that. This time we headed somewhere different, so we headed to Area East Province 3, looking for a shiny Roly-Coly, and again we managed to get that with about 13 minutes left. So we quickly caught that, had a look around trying to see if we could see any more, but we couldn't, although we did come across another shiny Pokemon. This one is one I've already got 3 of, although when you come across a shiny Pokemon you're not going to catch it. So we quickly caught that with about a minute or 2 left, taking us to 3 shiny Pokemon for our 8th sandwich, and a total of 16 shiny Pokemon altogether. For our 9th sandwich we went after a shiny Mastiff. Here there was loads of Mastiff, so it didn't take us too long, 4 minutes to be exact, to come across our first shiny. So we caught that, and headed out looking for a second. And again, didn't take too long to find it, leaving us with 20 minutes left to go and hunt something else. We did go and look for something else, although it wasn't meant to be, as we didn't find anything else, meaning we found 2 shinies from our 9th sandwich, and again 18 in total. Now for our 10th sandwich, we headed to the Asado Desert looking for a shiny Sandil. Wasn't looking forward to this one, as I'd heard it was quite hard to distinguish. Although we didn't have any problems, and we found the first one after 5 minutes. We stayed about, seeing if we could get the full line, and with about 10 minutes to go, same thing as the Rockruff, we're in battle. What can we see in the background? Another shiny. So we picked this one up as quick as we could before rushing over to confirm our suspicions and catch our 3rd shiny of this sandwich. That leaves us with a total of 21 shiny Pokemon from 10 sandwiches, which I think is smashing it. I didn't expect to get 2 Pokemon per sandwich on average at all. I thought we'd be sitting around 1, to be honest. So for our 11th sandwich, we stayed in the same place and hunted an Earthworm. This one popped up fairly quickly after 2 minutes. The only problem I had was encountering the thing. Every time I went for it, it ducked back under the stand, so in the end I had to chuck out a Pokemon at it. But we caught that with no problems, and from there we ended up at North Province Area 1. Here was a bit of a dual hunt, although my main priority was a Tinkertuff. And what would you know, the first thing I run into, not a Tinkertuff, it was Shiny Riolu. Although I wasn't going to not capture it. So we caught that, continued the hunt, looking for a shiny Tinkertuff, and we did pick one up with 15 minutes left. So with our last 15 minutes, we carried on looking, and we didn't quite find it. Although, not to worry, because our next sandwich was our biggest yet. First off, we started looking for a shiny Cabrawler, and we found the first one after about 5 minutes, leaving plenty of time to look for a second. So we carried on looking, picked up the second, 4 minutes later, leaving us with 21 minutes left on our sandwich. From here, we went to Castle Royale Watchtower looking for a shiny Flamingo, and quickly picked that up in about 2-3 minutes after arriving, giving us plenty of time to go and look for something else. So from there, we headed after Research Station 4 to look for our first Pokemon down in Area 0. We found a Great Tusk with 12 minutes left, meaning we've caught 4 shinies so far from our 12th sandwich, and plenty of time to look for a 5th. So we went and did that, North Province Area 2. Here, we came across a shiny Heracross with 6 minutes left, leaving plenty of time to look for a 6th shiny, although it wasn't meant to be. So it means we just caught the 5 shinies from our 12th sandwich, which in total gives us 29 shinies from 12 sandwiches. Not too bad. For our 3rd sandwich, we stayed in North Province Area 2, looking for a shiny Growlithe. Didn't quite get that, but we got the next best thing, a shiny Arcanine, with about 21 minutes left. So we continued the hunt not long after finding that shiny Growlithe. With about 9 minutes left on the sandwich, we went and looked for something else. That something else being a shiny Numel, but we couldn't quite find it. That leaves us with 2 shinies from our 13th sandwich and 31 in total. For the 14th sandwich, we headed off to Castle Royale Watchtower 2, looking for a shiny Tropius. We found this about halfway through, 18 minutes left, which wasn't all that bad. From there, we headed off to the Asado Desert again, looking for a Cacnea. Here, we found it with about 7 minutes left, giving us plenty of time to potentially find a second one so we could get the full line, but we didn't quite do it. For our 15th sandwich, with just 9 seconds left, we finally came across the shiny we were hunting, which was a shiny Smoliv. That was almost a fish shiny without a Pokemon, but luckily we solved it. So we quickly moved on to our 16th sandwich, which was at the Alphanada Cavern, where we picked up a shiny Sableye in just 3 minutes, giving us plenty of time to carry on. From there, we went to South Province 5, and as you can see, we picked up a Sandygast with about 9 minutes left, giving us plenty of time to look for a second, and we found that second with about 8 minutes left. With 8 minutes left, we had a look for a shiny Houndstone, but it wasn't meant to be. For the 17th sandwich, we picked up a shiny Grimer. This was the only Pokemon we picked up from our 17th sandwich, so we quickly moved on to the 18th sandwich, where we drew our first blank and picked up no shiny Pokemon. For our 19th sandwich, we went after a shiny Curlier. We did manage to find one 6 minutes in, giving us 24 minutes left to potentially get a second or third. And we did come across a second about 10 minutes later, leaving us 30 minutes to again look for that third one, but it didn't quite happen. So from there, we had 2 shinies from our 19th sandwich, giving us a total of 40 shinies from 19 sandwiches. Again, an average of 2 roughly per sandwich, which I'm happy to take. From there, for the 20th sandwich, we headed off to South Province Area 2, where we ran into our quickest shiny so far, if I'm not mistaken, the shiny Mareep, after 1 minute and 30 seconds. We quickly caught that, and then straight away managed to find a second one about a minute later, but when you take the time of the battle out, it was seconds. So we quickly caught that, and with them two, I had enough to complete the full line. Didn't need to bother with a third one, so we headed off somewhere else. Went to North Province Area 3, looking for a Dedenne, but we saw something else, another shiny Pawmi, which takes us to our third of the run. And we had 22 minutes left after we caught this, but it wasn't meant to be. So we quickly moved on to our 21st sandwich at South Province Area 3, where as you can see, we've managed to find a Shinx with 30 minutes left. So we carried on the hunt, and we found our 4th shiny Pawmi. So we added that to the basket and carried on looking for a Shinx before running into our 5th shiny Pawmi. So likewise, we added that to the basket and moved on, which takes us to a total of 46 shinies. From there, we headed out to North Province Area 2, which is our 22nd sandwich now, looking for an Oranguru. We picked that up again quickly, 4 minutes in, before moving on. We couldn't find anything else, so it was straight to the 23rd sandwich, South Province Area 4, looking for a Hatina, is that how we pronounce it? We managed to find the first one 12 minutes in, before quickly finding a second one with 6 minutes left, giving us a few minutes to look for the third one to complete the full line, and we did manage to do it with a minute left. For the 24th sandwich, we didn't find anything, and also the 25th sandwich, we didn't find anything. So that leaves us after 25 sandwiches with 50 shiny Pokemon, which again, the average of 2 per sandwich. After striking out twice, we headed off to North Province Area 2, looking for a shiny Bisharp. We managed to come across one after 8 minutes or so, so we caught that, and again, like the Mareep, that's the only one that needed to finish off that line, so we went and looked for something else. So we found ourselves at East Province Area 2, looking for a Magnemite. Found one of them with 4 minutes left. We carried on looking for another one, but we didn't quite find it. So we moved on to our 27th sandwich, where we went to the Tag Tree Thicket, looking for a Venonat. Already had the Venomoth, so it was just the Venonat I needed, and we managed to find that after 7 minutes. So again, we moved on. West Province Area 1, looking for a Nimble. We found one after 30 minutes. Kind of surprised with this one, as I thought it'd be a lot harder to find, being so small, but the bright colour does actually quite stand out. So after we caught one, we looked for a second one, and we did pick that up with 7 minutes left. From there, we looked for Larvesta, but we didn't quite find one. So we moved on with the 28th sandwich to South Province Area 4, looking for Fletchinder. We managed to get one after 5 minutes, so we carried on the hunt looking for a second, and we did actually find the second one with 9 minutes left. So that was the 28th sandwich with 2 shinies, and a total of 57 shinies in all. So from there we moved on to our 29th sandwich at Alphanada Cavern, looking for a Salandit, which I think to match the meat we found in a minute and a half or so. So we carried on looking to see if we could pick up a female one, but we didn't, I'm afraid. So we quickly moved on to our 30th sandwich, where we were looking for a Litleo this time. We managed to pick a Litleo up after 13 minutes, which wasn't too bad, before quickly moving on and finding our second Litleo with 10 minutes left, which gave us 10 minutes to look for something else. So we revived the hunt for a Numel, and this time we succeeded, picking it up with roughly about 3 minutes left, meaning that's 3 shinies from our 30th sandwich, and in total that takes us to 61 shinies from 30 sandwiches. For our 31st sandwich, we went and hunted a Charcadet. Found this one in 20 seconds or so, making it our quickest shiny yet, and then also potentially our luckiest, as the second one we picked up was potentially the last spawn of the sandwich, meaning we picked up 2 shiny Charcadets from our 31st sandwich. For our 32nd sandwich, we was at Medali, is it pronounced? And we were looking for a Fido. We did pick one up with about 6 minutes left, which I was grateful for, as I didn't want to start getting into missing any more shinies. So we carried on the hunt, and we did come across a Dash Bun with 4 minutes left. Again, meaning 2 shinies for our 32nd sandwich. For our 33rd sandwich, I was trying to get a Roaring Moon, but we went into a Zuelis instead. So we caught that and carried on the Roaring Moon hunt before running into a second Zuelis. So again, we caught that and carried on the hunt before, for the 3rd time, running into a Zuelis. At this point, all hope of catching a Roaring Moon had gone, but at least we managed to pick up 3 shinies from 1 sandwich, bringing our total to 68 shiny Pokemon from 33 sandwiches. For our 34th sandwich, we stayed in Area 0 and moved on to Research Area 4, where the plan here was to look for a Screamtail and then move on to a Fluttermane. So we began looking for the Screamtail, and we managed to find it with 12 minutes left on the clock, giving us plenty of time to look for Fluttermane, although it wasn't meant to be. So we moved on to our 35th sandwich, where we found absolutely nothing. So we quickly moved on to the 36th sandwich, where we managed to catch the Greavard, bringing our total to 70. For the 37th sandwich, we struck out again while looking for a shiny Impidimp, so nothing from that sandwich. For the 38th sandwich, as you can see, we managed to pick up a shiny Dug Trio from East Province Area 3. 3 minutes into the sandwich, so finally managed to pick up a bit of luck. So we quickly caught that before heading over to the Asado Desert. Here we managed to pick up a shiny Phanpy, which, as you can see, wasn't 100% sure if it was the shiny or not, because it's such a close colour palette change. So again, we picked that up, 24 minutes left. We looked for a shiny Silicobra, but we couldn't get it, so that takes us to 72 shinies in total. For the 39 sandwich, we went and picked out a fan favourite, the Red Gyarados. I think everyone loves this one. We got this one fairly quick with 3 minutes into the run. So from there, we went over to North Province Area 2, looking for, again, another fan favourite to be honest, a shiny Cypher. And we found that about halfway through the sandwich with 16 minutes left, before quickly again finding our second one, which you'll see in a minute, with 14 minutes left on the sandwich. So we picked up a second one so we can evolve that into a shiny Scizor. So once we've picked that one up, we headed over to South Province Area 2 with 40 minutes left on our sandwich. And here we were looking for a shiny Fletchling, which we did manage to find. 7 minutes to go. The there was nothing else for that sandwich, but a fairly successful sandwich with 4 shinies in the bag. For the 40th sandwich and the 41st sandwich, we struck out back to back, picking up nothing. So here we are with the 42nd sandwich in Research Station 4, where we managed to find a brute bonnet. With 1 minute left on, so I thought there's nowhere else to really go with a minute left, so we stuck around and managed to pick up a second one with 18 seconds left, taking us to 78 shinies from 42 sandwiches. Not too bad. For the 43rd sandwich, we headed over to North Province Area 2 looking for a shiny fungus. We managed to pick one up fairly quickly with just 4 minutes on the clock, leaving us 26 minutes to look for a second one. So we carried on looking for a second one, and we did manage to find one. And the video catches up to here we go. So we managed to find our second one with 24 minutes to go. So we quickly caught that before heading over to the mountain area looking for a shiny Snova, although we didn't find one. So that gives us 2 shinies from our 41st sandwich before heading back to Research Station 4 to look for a Fluttermane. We got this one a lot quicker than we got the brute bonnets in just 3 minutes. So we had plenty of time to go find something else, so we headed to the Tag Tree Thicket looking for a shiny Mimikyu. This one, it was a lot more apparent than what it looked like. I've never seen one before. So we picked that up, and that was that for the 44th sandwich. So the 45th sandwich, with a bit of redemption, we went back to Castle Watchtower 2. I spent nearly a full sandwich looking for this before, and then what would you know, there were 2 spawned at the same time. So it was a fairly quick one. We got them both after 5 minutes as well. So after we caught the first one, we went and quickly caught the second one. And then from there, it gave us plenty of time to go and look for something else. And as we had a bit of redemption here, I thought let's try and get a bit more redemption. So as you see in a moment, we head to the Inlet Grotto, looking to see if we can complete the Shiny Houndour line. And we did manage to do that. With 6 minutes left, we got our second Houndour of the 24-hour challenge. With 6 minutes left, so we carried on with the redemption to see if we could find a shiny Murkrow, and we just managed to do it with 3 minutes left. So that was 4 shinies from our 45th sandwich, taking us to 86 shinies in total. For the 46th sandwich, we ended up at the Socorette Trail looking for a shiny Raichu, and second sandwich in a row, we had 2 spawn at once. So we quickly caught these. We had about 9-10 minutes left by the time we caught these. So as we caught the 2 Raichus, we were doing okay. I thought let's go for a bit more redemption and we'll go and look for a shiny Dedenne. So that's what we did. We headed over to see if we could pick up a shiny Dedenne, gain a bit of redemption as we couldn't find it before. So as we moved over there, we didn't find a shiny Dedenne, but we did run into an old nemesis of ours and another shiny Pokemon. So we did pick this up. I think it's the 5th or 6th shiny we've got this run. Can't quite remember now, but it's somewhere around there. But that was all we got from 46th sandwich, is it now? Leaving us 2 to go. So we went shiny sandwich 47, went to West Province Area 2 looking for shiny Giffarag. We managed to pick one of these up again after failing to pick one up before, with about 26 minutes left. So we carried on looking for a second one so we could get the full evolution line. We did manage to come across a second one with 18 minutes to go, giving us plenty of time to go elsewhere. So from there we headed over to the Glaciado Mountain looking for a shiny Spunk, and we did manage to stumble across one of these with 14 minutes to go. 40 minutes gone on the timer, meaning we've got 3 so far from our 47th sandwich and plenty of time to go and hunt for a second Spunk. So that's what we did to complete the line. Quickly caught the second Spunk before heading over to North Province Area 1 to see if we could get a shiny in deep, if that's how you pronounce it. We didn't get a shiny in deep, but we did get our 3rd shiny Spunk, which we started here to begin with, meaning we've caught 5 for the second time from a sandwich, taking us in total to 94 shinies from our 47 sandwiches, leaving us to 1 left. For the 48th sandwich, we did manage to catch a shiny Skiddo, although that's not what we were looking for. We were looking for a shiny Viper. So once we caught this Skiddo, we did carry on looking around to see if we could find the shiny Viper. We didn't quite manage to do it, although we did see another Pokemon, and that was a shiny Stunky. So we did catch that, and that is the last one we caught, giving us 2 for the last sandwich, and 96 shinies in total from 48 sandwiches, which is 2 exactly. Two shinies per sandwich, shiny every 15 minutes. After we've evolved everything, this is what we were left with: 96 shinies, filling out 3 and a bit boxes. Just a massive thanks if you made it this far. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for future videos coming soon.